Hi and welcome to my channel. Today's video is about Yosemite and before all of the raging water. You probably noticed through your scrolling that Yosemite got a lot of water this year, but I wanted to show you what it looked like right before all of the water occurred. But before I get started, I want to talk about this tunnel and how you need to slow down before you exit. We noticed a few cars were going a little too fast and kind of slowed down to prevent an accident, but truly this is a sight to see and I highly recommend that you go through this tunnel view. And I wish I could say that I paid that bird to fly right at that moment when we exited the tunnel. This is the tunnel view overlook that's on Wawona Road, and you can stop here and take a look, but if you can see through the social media post I put here, there's a waterfall there, and when I went in October of 2022, there was no water. So it's really interesting to see the difference in what it looked like within less than a year. And even so, it was busy in October as you see there, but it was not as busy as it's looking like right now with all of the crowds. But you know, if you go, you're there to see Yosemite and not necessarily all the crowds, and right now is probably a really good time to see it in all its beauty. Also in October, it's a really good time. You can see some of the foliage change colors, and again, it's not as crowded. The downside of coming in October is that the water levels are not as high as that are at right now in 2023. However, I believe is kind of like one of those exceptions to the rules because California in general has been really dry in the last couple of years or decade is my understanding. Another cool thing about going in October is that you can drive through, and there was some parking. Once you did find parking, the trolley system is still going. But let's take a moment to take in this view. However, my film and or my recording does not do it justice at all, and I just think you should really go if you have plans to go. But as I mentioned, there was parking. We did take a little bit to find it, but we were able to find it, and the trolley system was going. And let me just mention that the trolley system is really easy to navigate. You kind of get a map, or you can see it on the shuttle stop. Before we went to go visit the waterfalls, we did stop at the Ahwahnee Hotel just because it is historic and it's something that you do need to see. I highly recommend that you go. Again, you take a shuttle, it's super easy, and then you hop back on the shuttle. But the architecture and the back is really beautiful, so I highly recommend that you go there. From there, you can hop on a shuttle and you go to Yosemite Falls, and we found out that our kids like this log. And here's Yosemite Falls. As you can see, you could barely see the trickle of water going down. These are the pictures I have, and then also a video, but I can't say that I took a whole lot of video because it kind of just looked like I was recording a rock. But if you see it on social media now, it is raging. We did not get soaked, but again, October is a very dry month. It is kind of entering into the winter season. However, at first we were like, are we in the right spot? And the reason why we wondered is because Yosemite Falls is one of the world's tallest. All those rocks on the bottom, those heavy rocks, those are all covered in water right now. Although I just saw that in this month it's less covered with water, but it's still amazing to think. Even so, it's still the tallest waterfall. However, in October it'll be a little bit dry. As you see under this bridge, the water's barely moving and it's a little bit stagnant. And here is El Capitan, and the reason I'm showing this is because some of the meadows were also flooded this year. And actually, when I took footage of this, we had just gone 2 weeks after the 8-year-old that climbed El Capitan, which I was in complete amazement because it's so tall and so beautiful. And here's more of that stagnant water, so right now you won't be able to see this. Half Dome is an amazing sight to see. I was able to find some pictures from Instagram that I posted here so you can compare and contrast from what it looked like then and now. Still spectacular, still beautiful. We got some great shots from there. If you made it this far into the video, I also wanted to show you a separate little thing. We went to Wawona Hotel, and I definitely want to stay here next time. It's also very historic, but what I really liked is that it's a little bit off the grid, so there's no reception unless you go to the main part of Wawona, but I look forward to stay here one day. With that, I want to thank you for watching my video. I wish you safe travels. If you do go to Yosemite, let me know in the comments below. I hope to go sometime again this year because they're saying that the Yosemite has not looked like this in over 50 years. If you wish to see more, go ahead and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification button. Thank you and bye!